46% of all Australians have literacy issues. Today we are at Maylands Library celebrating the launch of the National Year of Reading campaign, proving it's never too late to learn how to read and write.
There's no link between a lack of intelligence and literacy. It's just a lack of opportunity, a denied opportunity from childhood. And it's so sad, I think, that the sense of shame, though, that people left the school system with, that now holds them back for asking for help with literacy. That so many in generations past where in school people were told they were stupid or they were dumb or would never amount to anything, and we hear those stories from our older students, and it is a big barrier for people to overcome.
You use all different means and ways to trick people. One day I went to somewhere to fill a form and said, "Look, sorry, I haven't got my glasses." She said, "Excuse me, you're wearing them." I went, "Oh, okay, I can't read. Can you help me, please?" Yeah, certainly. People like yourself who can read, I'm not being funny now by any means, but you don't understand we can't read. You go to see museums or you go to the art gallery and all that, and you look around, see beautiful artwork, and you say, "Oh, that's gorgeous. Who painted that?" "I don't know, can't read." You pick up a book or a magazine, you go, "Oh yeah, blah, 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 blah." And I'll sit there and go, "Hang on, what you're talking about?"
The research is showing us children starting school these days are less well prepared to begin school than what children were 20 years ago. But to be fair to a lot of parents themselves don't have the literacy skills to be able to help the children, and that's where the Read Right Now program is really valuable. In my first week in the job, the first phone call I took was from a young mum, and she was only 26, I think, and she said, "I've got a little boy who's 2 and he keeps putting a storybook on my lap that somebody bought him and saying, he obviously wants me to read to him." And she said, "I can't read a bedtime story to my little boy." And as a mum myself, that just about brought tears to my eyes. And I thought, gosh, what must that be like?
What would you say contributes most to low literacy scores in WA?
Oh, look, I think it's a very complex problem, and it would be hard to say it's one thing or another. I think one of the things that's probably changed in recent years is reading culture. I think it's really important that families, if we can, encourage them to have a reading culture so that they read with their children from birth. Children get to use books, understand books, enjoy books, stories.
There really shouldn't be any shame attached to people that are struggling to read, and that we have hundreds of very, very compassionate tutors who get great results with adults who come along. It's informal, it works.
It works, yeah.
It takes that first phone call, and we understand that it's hard. We're not saying for any reason at all that it's easy to pick up the phone and make the first phone call, but the opportunity is there now and it can make a difference.
Kids know how their peers are going in terms of learning to read and at school, and there can be a great stigma attached to children that aren't perhaps developing in the same way or the same rate at the same level as other children. But with help it can be overcome, and those children can be right up there with the rest of their class and learn to enjoy the books and the stories that their peers are reading.
There are opportunities to learn at any age, but we should especially be encouraging our children. This has been Jackie O'Leary reporting for Undercurrent.